come on down.
I mean, I know you chop wood to get swole. What about shoveling snow?
So like once I get out of my neighborhood, it's okay. But like,
Yeah, I remember when I lived down there.
what?
It was just like,
How close to your house is it?
I was like, awesome, they're gonna plow all the time.
Poor
And then
Andy.
when it's so close,
Right as all this is happening. What's
and my
that?
street also shaped like a U.
Oh.
Tiny thing. There's like
Forget my recorder. I only use it for county council meetings now. So when I was just like talking into it, I'm down to 5.
Yes, because they're overmodulated
Yeah.
so badly.
Yeah.
actually,
Then the next morning, you literally wake up and it's like you did nothing. And now the whole family's sick. I'm like, oh my god, dude, that sounds
Which is funny because I bought it in when I was still in
I want it so I started like I want
and I bought it in April and then I moved in July. I was like, oh. After I got a white one. This would be nice when it's so hot and you're not really the car won't get hot. It was great for April, June, or April, May. But like, how do they know?
very reasonable. I would have reasonable and manageable rate.
that's not bad.
You know, I mean, I use the driveway a lot. Like, you got, I don't know if it was override or road. I think what doesn't that should be?
I just wanted to achieve it. I just
I got off my exit and now I'm 2 miles before technically saying something. All the way that way. Like, I want that asphalt line.
Well, he's questionable.
have right in your video going viral.
Yeah. I'm not used to it.
Oh, the one you shot.
Again, didn't know I'm not supposed to be.
See ya.
Apologize.
I'll see you Sunday.
Oh, hi Jay. Yes, I'll see you then.
Be well, stay warm. Have
You
fun
as well.
Saturday.
Go enjoy shoveling.
Oh, we'll see what my life is.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them out there.
They actually just take the snow from the yard and put it
Back in the driveway.
Well,
CJ.
well, I can hear you now.
This is one we do our live shot at 4.
Yeah, is that okay?
I wasn't even in the state. I was turned around backwards in my camera.
What? No, what? Just,
Oh.
yeah, what?
Oh.
Lombardi Trophy?
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry,
Rob, come over here.
Right,
Yep.
right next to the freight.
And then,
He's
oh,
up.
he's here. I gotta go.
Give him a little plate.
Anyone need my help?
Thank you.
Will be okay.
Rob, you're gonna
If I ask a question, you can just ask, answer.
Yeah, we just look around at the cameras, whatever.
Yeah. Perfect.
Let me look at this one.
Guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Andy, what do you make of the turnout so far for fans coming down and helping shovel out the stadium?
We are doing a great job out there. I mean, our fans have really responded. We had a 2 o'clock call for the public, and we had a line going out to our gates from the stadium. So the call has been great. Fans have been very responsive, and we're really excited about getting the job done for Sunday.
Were you shocked to see the turnout?
Shocked? No. I mean, Bills Mafia, they come out. You know, we know that we need the help. I think they know that we need the help. I mean, there's no sugarcoating this. There's 5+, maybe 6 feet of snow in our stands right now, right, from before the last game until today. So there's, you know, a boatload of snow everywhere. And, you know, we need all the help we can get. So I don't think we're surprised at all, you know, especially now when we have the time that we have. Usually the call for this type of thing is much, much better when there's not a driving ban and it's not midnight. So we don't have those things working against us this week.
So you're facing more snow to shovel out this time compared to when fans were trying to get in before Monday's game?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that was maybe 2 feet of snow, which is a lot to fall before your game overnight. So kudos to everyone to get that last playoff game in. But when now we're looking at, you know, 4 more feet of snow that have fallen this entire week, you know, you got 2 feet out, and now we're working on another 2 feet. And today we're getting another couple inches. So we're, you know, we're still plugging away and making sure, you know, we get this stuff, the stadium ready and safe for the fans.
What's the strategy once you get in there? A few of the stands are already cleared out, we saw, but there's still plenty of work to be done.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is, you know, I'm definitely not telling you I feel, you know, great, because the stadium has still got a lot of snow in there, right? The good news on that, though, is that we're making a ton of progress, and we do see light at the end of the tunnel. We should have the 100 level done tomorrow, which is great. The field will be absolutely ready for game day, and then the 300 level, we'll finish that off hopefully tomorrow night. Going into Sunday, we're in really good shape. I mean, especially when you talk about where we were a week ago, you know, before the Pittsburgh game. So we'll be ready for fans, and we'll be ready for playing football against the Chiefs.
How would
Do you have kind of a schedule in mind? Like, are you going to have to be shoveling overnight, around the clock, or is there like a time you'll stop today and start again tomorrow?
Yeah, we're 24/7. Yeah, we're not stopping. We haven't stopped literally since the end of the last game. You know, this is hard to fathom, right? Like when we had the 7-foot snowstorm last year, and we had the 7-foot snowstorm in 14, those games moved out of town. You know, the good news here is the timing of this snow. We had 2 feet or so that fell before the last game. Miraculously, almost, we got that done and we played that game. And then now we have periodically, we've had a foot, a 2 foot, a 2 foot, couple inches. It's a lot of snow, and you add it up in a few days and with less than a week. But had all of that happened Tuesday, Wednesday, we would not be playing this game, right? This would have been moved like last time. But this is a totally different situation. We're able to mobilize all these people, all these contractors, the vendors, our fans. You know, we've been able to get all these people here. When you had those other blizzard type storms, the 7-foot storms, nobody could come here, right? They couldn't even get out of their house. So it's a lot different this time around. But it's a, you know, it's a team effort. It's a community effort. We are so lucky and thankful for Bills Mafia coming out and helping us with the snow shoveling, but it's also the contractors and the vendors who have the skid steers, the trucks, the dumps, the bulldozers. They're moving snow everywhere, opening up parking spaces for this weekend. So there's a lot of positive things happening for the game this weekend.
How would you rate Bills Mafia's shoveling? Like, would you hire maybe any of them? Are they pretty good?
You know, I will be honest. I would say Bills Mafia. I'll give them a 9.9 out of 10. The ones that are true diehard Bills fans, they're having a great time. You know, we have the music on in the stadium. You know, they're really pumped up and they're getting stuff done. It's cold out there. You know, it's a tough job, but they're excited and they're getting the job done for us, and they're doing a really good job for us.
The contractors
How hopeful are you that you're going to get every flake of snow out of there?
Every flake? 0. Come on. Every flake? Come on. But 5 feet, 6 feet of snow, we're going to get every foot of snow out of here before this Sunday. You know, if it snows again this week, today, tomorrow, the next day after we've cleared the 5-6 feet of snow, there might be a couple inches lying around here and there. But I know I mentioned last week, one of our plans is that we brine our seats. You know, as long as the temperature is right, We'll go through, and we have a great partner who brines our seats. It's a salt solution that kind of turns any leftover snow into slush. So number one, it makes it safer. Number two, no snowballs. So we absolutely are a little bit afraid of any snowballs making their way to the field. You know, it's embarrassing for us as a team. It's embarrassing for our community. It's not what we're about as Bills Mafia. You know, so we do dread that snowballs hit the field in the middle of the game or when there's a play happening. We want fans to get excited when they throw the snow up in the air, when we score a touchdown. By all means, that's fun. It looks great on TV, and that's what we're about, celebrating our team. But throwing snowballs on the field, hitting cameramen in the head, hitting, God forbid, you hit a player in the face, one of our players, one of their players, it doesn't matter. We can't have that happen. So that's a thing that we are really focused on with the NFL this week, and hopefully our Bills Mafia fan base will behave on that front.
Is there a threshold for fans that are coming? You know, you got a long line outside. Are you going to be working people through, or is there an expectation or a guarantee that folks who come are going to make it into help?
Oh yeah, we are not turning anybody away. Yeah, so even for folks that are waiting on that line, we're getting them in and they're working. You know, if they've been waiting on line for half an hour, they're getting paid for that half hour. We just appreciate that they're out here and they're willing to help, but we're not turning anybody away at all. That being said, we don't need more fans to show at this point. We have such a tremendous turnout that we're making really good progress out there, and we just don't want too many people to be out there where, you know, well, where do you want me? Or, you know, so we're in really good shape with the turnout, so we appreciate the media getting the word out and our fan base coming out in such great numbers.
So it doesn't sound like you need them to return tomorrow. It will just be your crews working on the stadium then?
Yeah, so besides Bills Mafia fan base, we have other labor crews that we've tapped into with our snow removal teams, contractors, roofers that are, you know, maybe they're not doing roofs now, it's a winter, right? So now they can come in and they can help us shovel snow. And those groups are making a ton of progress as well. We also have volunteer groups. We have a volunteer group from M&T Bank, from Highmark. They're tremendous. They're coming out tomorrow as well to help shovel some snow. And, you know, whatever's left over, if we get the job done early tomorrow or sometime tomorrow afternoon, believe me, there's plenty of snow out there that we can troubleshoot areas. We can go back to the second time and pick up that 2 or 3 inches that fell overnight as well. So again, it's all about safety for us, and if we can hit those areas 2 or 3 times between now and kickoff, we will definitely do that.
Where's it going, the snow?
Yeah, the snow, a lot of the snow is going into the ECC grass areas. So it's not taking up parking spaces, which is obviously ideal. We want to maximize every possible parking space at the Buffalo Bills property, but also at ECC. You know, a lot of fans park across the street at our partners' college there, and their team have been great, very cooperative. We're all in this together type of thing, right? It's a huge team effort. Collaboration is through the roof. So we're always talking all day long with Erie County, with ECC, with all our contractors and vendors. So we have a nice coordinated effort there to turn our piles into the grass area where nobody's parking. So all that snow is getting bulldozed into those grass areas, and we're maximizing parking. We'll have over at least 1,200 parking spaces more this game than last game. And that's gigantic, so we really need it.
I know every storm presents a different challenge, but was there anything from last weekend that you guys learned, or you're going to adjust moving forward for just, you know, how you get ready for these games?
Yeah, I mean, there's always something you can learn from the day before or from another project. So we met after the first storm this past Monday and talked through some of those, you know, concerns and situations, and said, hey, we're going to have this crazy storm and snow coming this week. It looks like we could get another, you know, and I hated to say it, 4 to 5 feet. And we're all looking at each other going, oh my gosh, I'm not even awake yet from this last game. And so we end up, you know, talking through some of those challenges and working with Erie County and reaching out to a few of our stadium contractors. Whereas, you know, in the past when we had these 7-foot storms, nobody could help. You know, we're all trying to do our own thing and just unbury ourselves out of our own house. But this was a different situation with the timing of the storm. We had 2 feet today. Okay, well, we got through that. 2 more feet. Well, this is not fun, but we can still keep plugging. Another 6 inches, another foot. Well, we keep going here. So yeah, we did revamp ourselves and kind of do a hot wash of the whole first storm from this weekend, and said, what can we do now for the rest of the week to get through this? Because we got to play this game. We got to beat the Chiefs, and home field advantage is gigantic for us. Coach McDermott, I think he's 5-1 at home in the playoffs. We got to get that done. So we're in this with football too. You know, we're constantly talking to our general manager, Brandon Bean, and Coach McDermott to make sure they're aware of everything going on. And they have a high comfort level about the playing surface and all that stuff too.
The people in the parking lot, they were hired by the team? Like, they're not just people showing up with equipment, right?
Oh no, yeah, they are definitely working in concert with our stadium operations team and our grounds team. So yeah, that's definitely a hired group.
Going forward, the stadium isn't leaving Orchard Park, it's not leaving the major snow ban. Do you think calling Bill's Mafia to shovel is the solution? Do you think snow blowers need to be the solution? Is this the plan years to come?
Yeah, no, good question. I mean, we're always looking at all kinds of technology, right? We talked to Green Bay, we talked to Pittsburgh, we talked to New England. We're all friendly on the business side and operations side of things. You know, we're not going to tell them our playbook, of course, but we're going to share best practices like we always do. And same when we meet with the NFL at the NFL conferences, we're always talking about, hey, what works here for you guys with snow? What works here for you guys for snow? Usually those cities are actually asking us because we're the ones who get 7 feet of snow. When is 7 foot of snow falling in some of these other places? But yeah, I mean, we look at snow blowers, shovelers, equipment. What kind of different technologies can we use? You know, at the end of the day, you need people. You need people, right? They got to manage the technology. They got to run the tractors. They got to shovel the snow. In the new stadium, we're going to still have some snow removal. But the good news, I think, in the new stadium is that there's going to be there'll be a little bit of overhang. A lot of the seats will be covered. There'll be a lot more warming areas within the stadium to help melt snow. So there's a lot of positives about the new stadium. But absolutely, we're always looking at different technologies for us.
That being said, with the new stadium, is it still on plan to have a heated field?
Oh yeah, in the new stadium, for sure. Yes.
Andy, you said 1,200 more. Is all parking expected to be available or unknown at this point?
Unknown at this point. I think we're going to be really close to all of it, but my stadium ops guys would be killing me if I said that right now. No, I think we're going to be very close to, well, we're definitely going to have more parking than last week, upwards of 1,200 spaces. So it's probably plus or minus another few hundred if we're able to get all the piles out. But there's a lot of snow, so I can't state that any better than or sugarcoat this thing. This is a monumental task in a short period of time, and we don't have weather on our side. It's still 20 degrees out, nothing is melting, and anything that snows is more snow that we have to remove.
Do you think you'll run that shuttle again or ask fans to carpool, just given the parking situation?
So the shuttle, no, we changed the shuttle service again this game. So last week's game, what happened was our game day staff, we couldn't shuttle them from Hamburg Fairgrounds because the bus company couldn't promise the drivers or the buses because of the crazy weather storm. So we pivoted and we had all the game day staff park on property here. And then on game day morning, Pittsburgh Steelers game day morning, we found out from First Student and our partners there who've been great all season, hey, we can get you guys buses and drivers. And we're like, well, that's awesome, but we've already moved our staff here on property. So we said, hey, what can we do that might help the fans with the transportation? And then we contacted McKinley Mall. They were awesome and said, you know what, we can make this happen. If you want to try to make this work, we can find another solution to help with parking fans. And we knew we were losing spaces because of the snow, so we figured, okay, and we knew we were losing the parking spaces because of the staff parking on site, so we rallied around First Student and the sheriff and everybody else that helped at McKinley, and then we put that shuttle service in place. So that was really a last second, last minute, try to do everything you possibly can to help the situation, because we knew some fans that might show up where am I parking, right? If they don't have a parking pass and they don't show up and find a space in the neighborhoods, because the neighborhood lots are all buried under snow, where do I go? So, so that's going away for this week, so that those spaces now go to the fans, and then the staff goes back to Hamburg Fairgrounds. So that helps a lot.
To make sure we're reporting accurately, is there a meal this time, or was that an overnight thing?
There's a meal all the time.
Okay.
There's always food and drinks for our snow shovelers. Yes, the entire time. Delaware North has been great with the food and beverage for all these people that are working. So there's no shortage of taking care of these folks and giving them a warming area to take a break and giving them some food and beverage. You know, some of them are working 12, 18-hour shifts. Like, it's not a 2-hour, 4-hour window for a lot of these people. They're working here all day and some through the night.
Do you have a rough idea of how many people showed up today?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, yeah. We were hopeful for 200, and we have probably at least double that, which is awesome. So yeah, it's been a great turnout. Yeah, we're really excited, really happy about that.
Who picks the playlist?
The playlist is a combination of, no, that's I don't know, that's our broadcast team, and we just said play music. We've got some people that don't speak English, that speak Spanish, so mix in some Spanish music for our friends out there that are shoveling, and but it's a mixture of everything, yeah. If I picked the playlist, it would be all 80s music.
Hey, it's a vibe.
Just for record, could you say and spell your first and last name and position?
Andy Major, ANDY-MAJOR, Vice President of Operations and Guest Experience.
Have you gotten any word if Taylor Swift will be coming?
You know, someone I think said that she's been to 9 of Kansas City's games, so we expect her to be here somewhere. Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks,
Thanks, Andy.
All right, thanks everybody.
Always appreciate it.
We don't need any more shovelers to show up.
No, you're right.
Yeah, period.
If we end up needing more, we'll put it on a push out.
Do the hit in here if you'd like.
Say what?
Do you want to do the hit in here or go outside? No, we're live at
No, yeah. What time is it? Oh, can we be in there?
Yeah, we can. They just said don't point at the Lombardi. Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
So if we want to step down here so we're not in anybody else's way, or we can go outside.
Well, we'll do it here. And,
I know. Yeah.
It's okay.
I think Lindsay had one last week. Some guy on one of the guys on the flight, and it was right over their shoulder.
You know what? I volunteer as tribute. If that gets what we need to get.
For him. So you want to go outside?
yeah, let's do it in here for the floor.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, fine.